Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Vurt Tabletop Role-Playing Game stream here. This is the second episode in our campaign of Manchester's Most Wanted. We have a mix of boomers, gang members. We have other mix of, well, we have a character that's quite a mix themselves, all in one. And then I'll let the players tell you more about that. Let's start right in with again the cipher sentence, and then kind of what you're looking like at this moment in time, and then we'll.
Where are we at this moment in time? Are we at Chester's house, or are we still on the helicopter?
Oh yes, you guys went off in the not the Osprey, but I forget what it's called.
The helicopter thing.
Yes. So you're off. Yes, you're back. That's where you guys were heading, correct? It was your. Or, yeah, we can pick it up. Yeah. Well, unless anybody has any, is that all right? I mean, you guys can kind of go wherever you wanted to after that. You got out. So where did you land?
Me.
Okay. So you guys are in Chester's pad. I'm going to start with Jack. I'm going to start with not only your cipher sentence, but and how you're looking, but a very quick description of what Chester's little, I'll let you do it. So we'll start with you, and then everybody else can, again, give your sentence and how you're looking at this moment as well.
So yeah, I'm playing. I am Chester Ballard. I am a shadow dog man warrior who works for the city. My character is an ex MPD, which means he's ex undercover. At the moment he has spent the last 6 to 8 months, depending on what time we agreed to, literally falling and repeating a Groundhog Day battle. So he is exhausted. He's happy to be home, but his home is, I imagine his apartment, Chester's apartment is very utilitarian. He doesn't spend much time there. So imagine that as you walk in, there's a small couch that's clearly been donated by someone at some point that is just covered in clothing. A bunch of empty bottles, liquor bottles, sat on what was probably like it was like a display for a retail store. It's not a coffee table, but it's something that's holding things up in front of his couch. There's no television, there's like one lamp in the corner of his living room. His kitchen, however, is immaculate. Like, Chester is a cook. He cooks for himself. He takes a lot of pride in it. And you can see that as you're coming into the apartment. There's only one bedroom off to one side, which is like the door's closed, and you can tell that it's basically just a bed and piles of clothes inside of it. But the kitchen looks like he actually has like a spice rack that's sitting in the living room that's well organized. Clearly this is a man. He's got like the collection of cookbooks and pans. It looks like things are labeled with dates, and you can see that that is his pride and joy. The rest of the apartment is garbage. You'd be shocked if he had ever vacuumed it.
Awesome.
I was gonna say, awesome. That's how his apartment looked several months ago, right?
Yeah. So all the dates are probably wrong, and there may be the small smell of expired food.
There's just something in there that's just blinking 12 just over and over again.
Quick question about for all of us. If they assumed we were dead, did our places get rented out again or something? Or
yours probably. Again, I would figure anybody undercover, I would definitely you probably have places where you kind of have to have it off the MPD's books and things like that in order to kind of, however it is. So working for the city, I think because he has that, he's allowed to. Otherwise, yeah, if you guys show up, especially, well, you guys tried to go back to your old house, remember, or at least your old pad, and it was nothing but a smoking crater. Yep. So we're gonna find out about that.
A hole in the wall. Now it's a hole in the ground.
Yep. Okay. Next we have. Let's see. Let's start with Rob. So Rob, your cipher sentence and for your PC.
That's a good question. Oedipus Jones is a robo dag.
Dag.
Robo. Do you like dags? Is a robo dagman a speaker who tops gears?
Yep.
Oedipus is the most attractive member of our team and most awesome and generally just most accomplished, modest, attractive. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
And what was the other question? Because Oedipus forgot.
Yeah, what's your looking like at the moment, kind of what in the basics, what you look like. Yeah.
Somehow, despite everything, I look amazing.
Perfect.
I fixed my fur and everything. Somehow my trackie is clean again, like in a cartoon.
Of course.
The animators literally forgot that they were supposed to make a dirty tracksuit, so it's clean.
Nice, of course. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll buy that. Must be good gear.
While looking really good, I'm growling like a dog at Nasty Dave, who we'll talk about later.
Cool. Yes, Nasty Dave will be perhaps making an appearance. Okay, next we've got Mike. So tell us about your PC and then what they look like.
My character is Engil. He is a robo manshad warrior who plugs in. He is Ukrainian with a funky accent that I get wrong consistently, so that's fun. Don't at me. All right. Yeah, he's the last remaining consultant. So he's here and he's got he dresses in Wigan style, so he has like a tank top underneath a jumpsuit. You can see the top of a big Gothic letter like tattoo that runs across his chest, but like it doesn't make any sense because it's written in Ukrainian. So who knows what the hell that thing says?
Nice.
But he's got a jumpsuit that's like tucked into combat boots at the bottom, and he's got like Blix's leftover trackie, which was the only thing that came back from the Vurt because I landed in a big pile of ick and threw away my parka. So.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely, you guys. That parka was beyond salvage. Yes. There was just simply no way. That was too yicky. Perfect.
It was in the fur. It was just
Yep. Okay. Next we have Shar. Okay, tell us about your PC and then what they look like.
My PC is Smoke. She's a Shadowman explorer who controls blurbs. So she's you know what? She is not as clean as these other people.
Yeah.
She's only got one trackie. Her other ones got blown up, and she's not getting rid of it. So
sentimental.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she's currently scrounging around Chester's house looking for drugs because nobody has any frickin' drugs.
You do have
you are very much in the wrong place.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, true. You have four blurbs. Yeah, true. Yeah, what is it? Antacid and career regret. That's about all you're gonna find.
All right. Do you have any cough syrup? Because I'm gonna chug it.
There's booze. There's more than likely several good bottles of scotch.
True.
Okay.
And whiskey,
I will
like
accept
there's that.
scotch.
Hidden really far in the back of a cabinet where nobody's going to find it is like some flea and tick that's like in a paper bag. So even if you found it, you just don't see it right away. It's like, I don't want people to know this is here.
That's the rainy day. Nice. Okay, perfect. Next, or actually last, we have Pete. Okay, so Pete, tell us about your very unique PC.
I am Anis Optera. I'm a Robo Shadow Vurt explorer who keeps the faith. And I look like a giant dragonfly with a dream snake for a tail, and on the end of the tail, I have a
I love it.
I'm about a 6 foot tall, 6 foot long body dragonfly, or 5 foot long with a 6 foot wingspan. And I'm currently just stuck to the ceiling of this apartment, wondering who the hell these people are and what the hell's going on.
That's so terrifying. Yeah, that's so Kafka-esque. You guys just like look up and there's this like, this spinning.
Every once in a while,
Yeah.
I look up and see you on the ceiling and think I finally found some drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
Like,
my
what did I take before? Because it's just kicking in. Yeah.
It must work. It must have worked.
Perfect segue into what are you guys carrying right now? Because I know you guys again came right back in from the Vurt world. Some of you were in there for quite a while before that. Some of you are coming in, and some of you were coming in maybe, certainly for the first time in the real world, as far as so what are you guys carrying as far as weapons and ciphers?
I have my
Yeah.
and I have a cigarette in my mouth.
Got it.
A pack of napalm filters, some ballistic vase, and a black feather.
Okay, do you know what the black feather is?
I do.
Okay, got it. Oh, that's right, got it. Okay, that's right. So anybody else have any feathers? Actually, is the best way to start with that. Any Vurt feathers?
I've gotten the bubble popping game, so I'll gotta keep that one on hand.
Right,
I
right.
think I still have a happy time tummy feather.
That's good.
But other than that, I think the only thing I've got is an electric knife and Mick the Marmalizer's shillelagh. So.
No, that's right.
Oh, is that all?
Okay. Oh yeah. I want to show that because it's a great show 'em. So again, I've got the image right here. So yeah, what you're carrying around is from one of the most terrifying, certainly one of the most terrifying Vurt feathers of all time, the treacle mines of the Ditty Men, and one of the horrific cosmic horror, Ditty Men that you were fighting was named Mick the Marmalizer, and this is what he carried around to brain the people just looking for a good feather that showed up.
I'm kind of wondering, since it's a Vurt object and it's made of Vurt wood, would that qualify at all as something like Vurt flesh for the purpose of ingesting as a drug?
No, even though it's organic, probably not. If it was like Mick the Marmalizer's like eyeball or something, hell yeah.
That's in the other
but it
pocket.
probably,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or even, yeah, just because, yeah, unfortunately. Now, yeah, we are dealing with, again, some people coming back from the Vurt world after also going through this groundhog style repetition of their last moments of life, so you thought. And now people have been substituted out. Other people that were in this horrific loop with you, fighting Takshaka, the king snake, or the dragon, former chief of police. Some of them were substituted out. Some of them made it into the real world as well and are on their way. Long Distance Davis is one of them. The King Jazz's advisor and head of the Royal Yeoman Warders. And also somebody named Prince Utanka, a Vurt being who's just looking for earrings, and not understanding why everything doesn't look like it should and did at home. Again, he's a very, very discombobulated Vurt being.
Did he show up with us, or is he somewhere else?
6 months earlier.
That's what I thought.
He's been out for 6 months. So there's a couple canon characters kind of in the periphery, but as far as yes, and that's it. And some of the consultants ended up taking the place of the boomers. So now they're going through the boomers' last moments over and over and over and over. Choices were made.
Are any of them
all right?
Well,
say again, Pete?
What is
falling forever?
No, luckily Chester was the only one who kept falling, and he was stopped by the consultants. So luckily but I don't know what's worse, dying forever over and over and over and over, or falling forever over and over and over.
Falling forever and ever and ever. Falling like that is
yeah.
Like
truth.
one is a moment in time that you don't even realize you're reliving. One is literally 6 months of the same thing in repetition.
Yes. Oh, that's very.
I can be clear about that. Like y'all got off lucky.
I don't know. I remember a lot of those times.
Yeah. Now. Yeah, that's probably even worse. So, okay, so you guys are as we've mentioned before, some of you, without getting metagamey, are pretty damn powerful, like really damn powerful. In fact, all of you, except for
And
one,
then there's Pete.
yes, our tier 1 unique noob, who is far from noob already. This is part of the balance of the game, of course. In general, you guys know that, again, the bigger you are and the more powerful you are and the more people know about that power, you're either going to become a threat or something they're going to want.
Or
So that's
hero.
part of the balance.
That's
So
us heroes.
yeah, so I was talking to Shar earlier today about this. In some ways, this particular campaign, whereas the first campaign of the Boomers was like, honestly, like, everything but like, lens flares. It was a summer blockbuster action movie with exploding tankers and, dragons, and I mean, absolute like wonderful popcorn. The second one, a little more along the lines of maybe some political intrigue, but also ended up becoming more like maybe a Jason Bourne or 007 kind of thing. Still popcorn style. Say again, Pete? It's hard to hear you.
A Bond girl.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you got your 4 blurb flies. That'll have to do. But now this one, because you guys are starting off so powerful, this one in many ways might end up playing out a little bit more along the lines of maybe like a thriller or something where, again, in many ways you can't really show your power absolute, unleash without the consequences. And again, yeah. So we'll see.
Forget the Chester's back in the game.
Yeah,
Forget the Chester's mad.
Yeah, he thought he was cranky before. Yeah, so so you guys again are dealing with that, and this new person who again showed up with you guys, perhaps may have been somehow related to, there are theories rolling around.
The dragonfly is wearing a 6-armed tiny red tracking.
Yes, good.
That's a coincidence.
Right. Also, you guys are wearing Boomers colors, and that's another thing. So, which you guys are Boomers, you guys have a right, but just throwing that out there. Again, last time you looked to see where the Boomers were as you were flying over, you saw nothing but a smoking crater. All right, all set. We're all caught up.
Wait,
Perfectly.
so first, after I find this whiskey, I'm gonna bring it with me into the shower and just fully clothed, just go in the shower. I gotta wash my tracking.
That's about right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you guys can at least, you guys.
You're in the shower. You got it turned up nice and hot. There's steam rising. You're there with like your head against the tile. It's like, oh god, I'm so sober.
Yeah, that don't like that water snapping you out of it. The real world is so 3D. Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay, so of course. What? Let's see. I'm gonna see. So as you guys are there, I'll let you guys kind of start the scene. We'll say at this point it's morning. You guys have made it through a night, whether you slept or not. You've at least made sure that no one's come pounding at the door from the MPD, and you guys at least are not covered in waste.
Wait, we spent the whole night not trying to figure out what happened. We have Dave with us, right?
Yeah, Nasty Dave. That's yes, you do. You do. Well, you guys came in late at night anyway, so a few hours. So what if you guys we can start with what Nasty Dave, you guys can start right in with that. He's at least out of the shock. You guys are at least, in various stages of getting cleaned up. You guys have his attention, and Nasty Dave is listening. I think I'm pretty sure I've got a picture of him too.
Listening, let's be clear about Nasty Dave's current position. Nasty Dave is strapped to a chair. Nasty Dave.
Thank you. That's where we were going with it.
Nasty Dave is strapped to a chair that's leaning up against a window, and Chester is staring at him. Chester has
Yes.
questions for Nasty Dave.
Yeah. So again,
Chester has Nasty by the hair.
yeah,
Resources men couldn't be Nasty talk again.
he's he's a neighborhood fixture there. He knows everybody, and everybody knows him, and that's either good or bad. It's usually the latter. But and yeah, he's
mold is also a neighborhood fixture.
big truth. Okay, and again, here, kids at home. Yeah, that's him looking good with the napalm filter. He's a Robo Man. That is natural human hair. He's very excited about that.
Does he
And,
have the pack of smokes on him somewhere? Because like if he's tied to the chair, I'm just like, I'm finding that. They're mine now.
Roll for it. I'm gonna have you roll for it. Let's have this be the first roll of the game. Either intimidate or persuade or something, just for fun.
I'm
It'll be
trained.
low.
I'm trained in intimidation, threats, inflicting pain, and torture. So yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna say don't even roll for it because I could otherwise. What it's a difficult task to have someone tied up. Yeah, you
You
find
have
a path.
cigarettes somewhere. It's like screw you, they're mine. It's like smacks
Yes.
like crushes his hand with the shillelagh. It's like they're in my pocket.
Yes, perfect. Yes, you have them. They do say napalm filters on the outside. You automatically get kind of a funky smell from them. Funky, not maybe in a way that smoke would necessarily, be excited about. It's not haze. It's not anything even, but it just smells like something's off.
I think
Off.
push him back in the chair with the shillelagh a little bit. Like, what's wrong with them?
Okay.
Here's a theory. They're fake. They're not actually the real thing. It's too cheap for them. That's what I'm throwing out there. I'm saying it.
Yeah. He again, if he would talk back, he probably would be. But you can actually see that, yeah, some of the logos on his gear definitely have like an extra stitch or something. Yeah, Nasty Dave is.
What's an Adibus? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like knockoff, Dave.
Hell yeah. So Nasty Dave at this point is like, oh, I thought you guys were gone. I didn't know. I'm so happy to see you guys. What happened? Everybody's been talking. We had an entire week of bagpipes in your honor through the streets because we know you guys love that so much. I was personally responsible for putting that together. Please let me out of this chair.
Okay.
Oh, he just sealed his fate.
Who tied him up? Was it Chester?
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
Chester, my friend, could you tighten the ropes to be slightly less comfortable?
Nasty. Oh, wait! I thought we were mates.
Yeah, and I thought I told you I hate bagpipes.
We've never been mates, Dave.
No, you love bagpipes. No, I thought I could have sworn. Well, it came from a good place. Please, I can get you guys good drugs. I can get you good. I know you like it. He motions over to
pull him
Smoke.
back in the window. He said,
Yeah.
I heard drugs. Smoke sticks her head out from the shower and just like walks out soaking wet.
Smoke.
Nice.
We'll deal with this in a bit. Dave, what the fuck happened to our HQ? Talk.
Boomers are different these days. They've had to make moves. I don't know. You can tell he's obviously nervous. To tell you he's shaking at this
Who's
point.
in charge?
He has.
Who's in charge of these new boomers?
Roll for it. Don't worry. You'll get something just because you're Chester and you're cranky and this is Nasty Dave and he's a son of a bitch.
Okay.
But let's see how much.
If I'm happy to help hurt him, can he have like
Yes,
an extra
correct.
assist on it?
Yes,
Okay,
asset, absolute asset. From the
I got a
from the
15.
Robo Man Shad. 15. Yes, challenging, and you already were specialized in so
Intimidation.
yes. Okay. Yes, he says. They've had to move
That wasn't the question.
after
Who's in charge?
Brett Rambo was supposed to be. He disappeared a little
Yes.
before, and then there was a new person in charge, and you can tell he's kind of holding back.
Was it
He
Clem?
says, "You're not going to like it." Yeah.
I kicked a chair.
He likes to be called Spike Fangdingo now. Everybody
I
still
kicked
calls
the
him
chair.
Clem Fangdingo, but yeah, he's in
Well,
charge.
the good news is it'll be easy. The good news is it'll be easy to upset. Not exactly writing against the world's smartest dictator.
Ugh.
All right,
He said,
We're-
I don't
so-
think
Dave.
you understand. He's different these days. He seems much more on top of things. He seems much more.
Seems.
Yeah, that's all I know. That's all I know. Can you please let me out of here?
What did he
This is
take?
really
A training
hurting.
course?
Hang on. Well, Dave.
Ow. At this
Dave,
point, he starts to
Chester's-
cry a little.
Where's the
bit.
new HQ?
I
know you've been there.
You don't have HQ anymore. There's not enough of you left. And he starts to, you can tell he's telling the truth, and every word coming out of his mouth from here is only going to be worse news. He says, "I'm sorry, I had
Chester
nothing to do with it."
reaches. Chester reaches and grabs Dave by the collar and yanks him into, yanks him backwards into the apartment.
Nice. With the chair still tied to him, of course, which is makes perfect
He's
sense.
just
He's
no
not a
longer
guest
leaving
in this
the
home.
window.
Yeah.
He is
At
not
this
a
point,
guest in this home.
no. At this point, like, he sees Anisoptera here, and whether you have your dream snake tail out or not, he looks up and he.
I'm hungrily looking at one of the blurb flies.
Excellent. Exactly.
I'm
Oh,
Orleans and I'm looking at the blurb fly.
I like where this is going. Yeah. Now, Nasty Dave again looks up and he sees you and he starts trembling. And he says, "Is that a Vurt creature?" He's so excited. Part of it's joy, part of it's terror. It's something. He says, "Is that a Vurt creature?"
Who knows?
Is,
Came
so,
home with us.
is his chair like upright, or is he like on his back, or like what's going? I kind of
think-
want to like kick the chair so he's like on his face.
I've been
That's
trying
what
to
you're
kick the chair for 5 minutes here, guys. Come on.
Nice.
And then I want to turn to the other people here and say, "You have other friends, yes, are better than this one."
I release from the ceiling and land on his chest.
Yeah.
I go in his face
There's.
and I dribble a little spit on his chest.
There it is. What happens?
It starts to sizzle a little bit.
Yeah. Nasty Dave's fake ass gear, his Abibus or whatever we're calling him, it starts to sizzle. You guys looks like almost like an acid or something it's eating through. It's a smell of burning nylon and sadness.
And I look him right in the eyes as much as my multifaceted eye can look at him.
Right.
And I just turn the vibro blade on without pulling it all the way off, just so you can hear the hum of the monoblade, but not actually menace him with it. It's like, "I am your worst nightmare." That's what
Yeah, probably from the Vurt.
Everybody immediately gets the guys.
Your kitchen's
Dave.
tile, right?
Oh,
Like,
Dave, man, Dave. And you guys were hell. It was worst smell. A few hours. 6 or 8 hours before in the worst bathroom in Manchester. But it's Dave has soiled himself. At this point, he's blubbering. He is blubbering. At this point, he's telling I shouldn't have fought with my mother. I would take it all back.
that's nasty.
And now it's starting. Now he starts yelling and screaming. It's touching his skin now, and there's a little bit of smell of, burnt, uh, I guess body spray over copious chest hair. It hasn't
Burnt
hit skin
axe.
yet. It hasn't hit skin yet, but it's going to. It's going to burn him. This spit is something extra special there.
I get off his chest and start hovering in the midst of the other ones and ask, "This one is your friend?"
That is the
I'm
most
not really an
accurate
enemy, but not
response
exactly
possible.
a friend either.
Hey,
Yep.
can I ask?
Maybe we
Can
should
I
let
ask
him
the new?
burn, though.
Can I ask the new guy what his name is? Because that was awesome.
My name is
Yes.
Anis.
Your name is Anus? What?
Anis. Would like
We're gonna
to call me that again.
We're gonna have to do a little workshopping on that, my friend. That's not gonna go very well in the boomer world. It's like painting a big bullseye on your back. It's just
Like
not gonna
maybe
go.
Anna or Annie.
Annie.
I mean,
Yeah. How about Spike?
You look like an orphan.
Yeah. There it is.
honestly, the bar is pretty low. Just not anus. Anus is a bad
Right.
idea.
So at this point, you hear knock, 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 knock on the door. Now, Chester, you know that you not only have you been gone for 6 months. I mean, there's dust, a little layer of dust on everything. But even 6 months ago, you were not probably on great terms or friendly terms with your neighbors, I would imagine. Tell me if I'm overstepping.
No,
it here.
like no,
I-
not like friendly terms. Any types of terms would imply that he talks to his neighbors.
Truth, exactly. So someone knocking at your door is crazy.
Everyone,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yep. And
Back
knock,
in the
knock,
kitchen.
knock,
Give
knock,
me a
knock,
second.
knock.
Chester's gonna. Just Chester should still have his Vorpal pistol, does he? I'm gonna do that thing
Believe
where
so.
he just sort of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Vorpal against the door and just sort of pull it open slightly and just sort of lean in.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Perfect. Yes. You see out there, there's somebody who is probably dog man, but almost entirely dog. Certainly 4 on the floor. Big, but kind of like looks almost like an overgrown Scotty. This is McDougal, and McDougal is he's the person who you signed the papers with. He's the representative of the company, and he's there, and his eyes are wide. His little eyes. He speaks absolutely perfectly, which is why he's almost certainly dog man. But that's the way the genetic cookie crumbles, I suppose.
Wait, he represented which company? This is McDougal from the consultants?
No. Did we have McDougal from the consultants?
Or no. Sorry.
Okay, good. I thought I
what
was
are you talking
reusing your
about?
name.
He represents
I think he's
which company?
Sorry, the building, the apartment complex,
got
or
it. Okay.
the building itself. Yeah, the company that. Yeah. So the nondescript apartment that you got. Part of the reason is because it's kind of tucked away in a weird.
This is the super.
Yeah, it's the super. Although he certainly doesn't fix sinks. He's he's got little paws. Yeah, and he's you can tell eyes are wide like this, and he says, I didn't expect to see anybody here at all. I heard noise. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Should I cancel the order? I was told to forward your mail. I have everything. I'm so sorry. I'll come back. And he starts to kind of back up.
I mean, you don't really have to come back though. And he shuts the door.
He's gone.
Wait, he's forwarding your mail to who?
To where? To what? To why?
What mail?
Who?
What mail do you think I get? Wait,
He skids to a
Sweet
stop right before you
steaks.
close the door, and turns. He says, I got the letter. I'm sorry.
wait,
I'm so
Huh?
sorry."
wait,
And
wait,
he
hang on. Just, I'm gonna
Yeah.
open the door a little bit more. Just,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
Yeah,
make the Chester
super.
angry face, just like, why don't you
Yeah.
bring me a copy of that letter?
Right. Actually, your dog. So I'm not gonna have you roll for it. Plus he's intimidated already. But you guys both share that dog. You're dog man, right? Or no, rope?
Yes.
No,
I'm
dog man.
Shadow
Dog man.
Dog Man.
Right. Okay. So you have two of his two genetics as well. So that's yeah.
You're
Cool.
practically brothers.
Almost. He's coming over again. He's hesitant. He says, "I got the letter right after you left. You said to make sure no one came in your apartment, to make sure you prepaid. We have everything, and all I had to do was collect your mail, which I've done, and I can show you if you want. I have everything, including the junk mail coming. The fake game
Yeah,
cat."
Mickey,
Yeah.
Mickey, just bring it all up here when you get a sec.
Mickey.
Knock first.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'll be right back. And he skitters off, and you can hear his little tapping nails on the, crappy linoleum hallway. And he's off, and he's gonna play fetch.
Okay.
He's playing fetch right now. Your super is an overgrown Scotty dog playing fetch. It's only in Vurt. Okay. Yes.
All right. So we
Yep.
got Clem sitting in top of the boomers. That's got to end quick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys want to do with Dave?
Dave raises his hand.
Dave needs to get me my medicine.
So, first off, Dave needs to change his clothes. Second, hey Dave, how badly do you owe us right now? How badly? On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you owe us? Dave, tell us, Dave.
11sies. And he
Okay.
looks around, and he's waiting for you guys to laugh at his joke.
That was a joke?
No.
Just
No,
kind
that was
of kind of
sorry,
gently prod him in the ribs with the shillelagh. Just 11. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I yes. You let me know.
Okay.
I'm here for you. I can get
Yeah.
something, but these are so tight. It hurts so much. And you
Okay,
can
well-
see now genuine tears.
Can you tell us where Spike is?
Ardwick. They went to
I'm not
Ardwick.
calling him Spike.
I'm not calling the Ardwick Boomers either, so that's
I'll call him
okay.
Spike after
I
I
said-
get a couple shivs in him.
Hey,
Uh,
so they're in
yeah.
Ardwick.
Yep. Ardwick. In fact, hey, look at this. I've got a map. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's
so
like you timed it or something, or
it's almost like I planned it.
prepared.
Almost.
yeah.
I wouldn't go
Planned, that's
that
the
far. Okay. So in center. Oh, sorry. This is all of North Manchester. So this is a good way to look at it too. So this is North Manchester. You guys are in center. Tameside, is over here. These are the different, there. So now where you guys are at, the boroughs, those were the districts. Sorry, those were the boroughs. I'm sorry. Okay. So you guys are, I thought I had it here. I have it here. Yes, it's right next to, it's the one next to Northcourt, or it's one of the ones next to Northcourt. Yeah, it's probably about 5 or 6 miles from where headquarters used to be. It's the next one over. Supposedly they're in a warehouse somewhere in Ardwick. You can believe that Nasty Dave, he says he hasn't been to Ardwick. You can believe it. Ardwick is, it's known as, what is it? A dangerous, festering labyrinth of smoky construction. So these are overspill housing projects. Overpopulation here is so bad that long forgotten diseases such as cholera, parvovirosis, and polio are appearing again. Oh my God. I'm just reading out of the book. Anyway, creating the
Sounds like
perfect
my kind of
environment for a
place.
pandemic. I'm literally reading. I'm sorry, guys. I did not
too soon.
know. Anyway, so This, yeah, I truly, yeah, actually. So yeah, so it's a bad place. It's okay now, let's say that, but it's the opposite of social distancing. It is absolutely, people are crammed in. There's no way some of these housing projects actually fall over, and like dominoes, one will hit another, will hit another, will hit another, and no one shows up, no ambulances, nothing. And so there's a reason why nobody, unless you have something really specific to do in Ardwick, is going to go there. Yeah.
So Ardwick is like the subway in the middle of rush hour, but all the time, and not on the subway.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Although the good news is, not good, but the interesting part is it's also known for having a markedly larger percentage of natural mathematicians, those who have a deep connection to the numbers. So as crappy as it is, it's known for just people, if you're born there, no matter what, mix of genetics you are, or, whether you're a robo-dog man or whether you're just even a pure human or something, you can still, the chances are much higher that you're going to be born a mathematician. So over the last 30 to 40 years, that's been happening a lot. That's what you need to know about Ardwick. They have, if you guys make a roll, or if you go there or something like that, I can certainly give you more specifics, but that's the basis of it. Stay out of there.
Don't one of us have real world knowledge? I thought Smoke did.
I have the driving skills, obviously, and I have
Okay.
a map book.
Oh no, Smoke didn't. Smoke doesn't. But what?
I have navigation.
Winter did. Okay, Winter.
Oh,
had
was it Winter?
Okay.
Did she? Oh, that's right. It was Winter in July. Okay, yes, she did have Real World and Vurt World. That's right. But that fat lot of good that does her falling, or dying over and over and over and over with the
Welcome
the
to my
knowledge.
Too
Actually,
soon.
it's even worse. That's even worse.
Too soon.
Yeah, because they didn't plan on it.
Well, the beauty is this. In some ways, you're comforted because death actually isn't the end. Although it is, until someone pulls you out of it, if it happens in the Vurt world. So you guys are learning a lot about the Vurt world, what it means, and the mechanisms of exchange. Okay, so yes, that's in Ardwick. There are no they have a Wimpy's Burgers and things, like they have some other stuff, but they don't have anything good. So if what's left of the boomers are there, you can guess where the status is.
So they have a Wimpy's Burger, but they don't have anything good. That kind of goes together pretty well.
Yeah, truth. Yeah.
They have nothing good, and they're shackled to a Whoopi burger.
Truth. Yeah, they have like the Mank Fenian Brotherhood Arch, the Old Arch Shimmyplex, Polygon Housing Estates, the Manchester Apollo Theater, Ardwick Green Park, Club Blood Red, and some other really bad ones. There is an MPD station. Club Blood Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there is an MPD station and a train station, but they're very rarely manned or populated, I should say. People just don't show up to work there. Why would you? That is that.
Let's head to Ardwick.
We're gonna get to Ardwick.
Nasty Dave is looking. He says, "Can you please, please?" You can see that the ropes are so tight, and he's crying, and he's. If any of you have a heart, which I don't think. Let's see. What you don't. You might.
I do, because he knows where to get the drugs. I'm gonna let him go.
That might be self-interest, not a heart, but I'll allow it.
It counts.
Yes. He can make a call. Please. He can't reach his PDF. He's all with personal data feather. He's all.
So I actually also have a monoblade, because that is what we stocked up on before we went into the feather.
True.
So I'm going to take mine out and just kind of part the ropes a little bit at a time.
Okay.
I'm trying not to cut you. Don't breathe.
Right. He is trying, but You know, when you cry when you're a kid and you can't.
I
So
said don't breathe.
it's so pathetic. Nasty Dave is. I mean, he's crying. His mullet is wet. He's cried all the way through his mullet.
Oh no, he's got tears in his ears. All right, so I give up on trying not to cut him, and I
Nice.
just break the rope.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
I
Strong.
would say, while you're cutting slowly with a knife, I just watch you and say, slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
Again,
time I look
Nasty
up
Dave
and
is.
see the like creepy tail, it freaks
Mhm.
me out because it's
Mhm.
snakes, and I
Mhm.
have like snake PTSD.
Yeah, no doubt. That's big part of Takshaka's, barrage of the end game there. Okay. Yeah, he's out. He quickly gets a PDF, puts it in, and you can hear, anything right now. I don't care what you got. Get it over here. And he looks over to Chester and he says, you can tell he has the feather in, which is he's communicating. He says, what's the address? Do you want to give him the address?
No,
Yeah.
Give him an address like down the way.
I'm gonna give him the address for the building across the street.
Nice. Okay, got it. He says, okay, great. Yeah, anything. I don't care. And then he looks up at you and he says,
Everything.
he says nothing. And okay, this, and he takes it out and he says, they're going to send it by blurb, which is, good. That means, obviously that's the quickest way, the traffic and everything. Yeah. Oh, that's right. So a bright and shiny blurb shows up. No, a blurb with duct tape. You see, kind of, buzzing. It's pretty laden. With there's an old style like basket, almost like a woven basket. It's carrying. It has it looks like a little picnic thing with a little napkin on the top. But it's coming through, and it's buzzing right outside the window, directly across in the building, directly across. You guys can see it, and it's kind of buzzing, and it kind of goes from one to the other. And it's
I'm
going
gonna
up.
send my
and
blurbs out to go take it from them.
Okay.
And
I'm going to watch.
Nice.
one of them has Sonic. So, and
Mhm.
I've figured out how to project my voice through it. So I say,
That's right.
Thanks. This is your drop-off spot. Love, Nasty Dave.
Nice. Blurb zips up, almost drops everything in surprise. It does this little like chirping. I guess it's been programmed to sound like a parakeet,
Aw.
which is kind of weird. But it's it's a delivery. Yeah, it's been customized, and just like a good parakeet, it hands you a basket, and you can see even as the blurbs are coming across, and this fly starts to leave, you can actually see that it's probably there's maybe some goodies in there, so that it's leaving, it's going to leave, and the blurbs are coming back with the basket. So yes, let's see.
I'm gonna have a good day.
Just
Good,
pray
good.
whoever Dave got these drugs from likes him more than we do, because
Yeah.
Dave called me for drugs. He's getting a basket full of bombs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe that's why the blurfly was so nervous. It was coming over. Let's roll for perception or something. Some type of even if it's just a smarts roll. As the blurb's getting closer with the basket. Everybody roll. Oh, that's ominous, isn't it?
Yes, it is ominous.
I don't think
Okay,
I
so
like
I hate
you.
when you're ominous.
I know.
Can I have
Basic
dog
smarts.
sense?
No, it better to do a smarts roll then. It's more applicable. Or battles, I mean, or something.
Yeah, let me look up the
I'm
description.
Anybody
spending a level of
specialized
effort.
in explosives?
No.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay,
I got
asset for
11.
that then. Got 11. Okay.
I got a
And
10,
I have
but I spent a level of effort.
Okay.
At 17.
Got it.
10.
11.
Okay, you guys all pass. You can see as it's coming closer and closer, the napkin flutters off, and it's just looks like there's 2 feathers in there, and there's a little bottle of pills. Yeah, there's no explosives. Sorry, I didn't really mean to mess with you guys too much. I just figured that was kind of shady. And anyway, yes, right to the window and right in, you've got 2 feathers and 1 bottle of pills. The pills you recognize as Mandy's. That's what is it? Post-mortazole something or else. I will find it, or maybe if you guys find it, it'd be in the blurb or the equipment section.
I take some pills. I don't even read the bottle.
That's even better. That's fitting. Yeah, so Mandy's are what they are. Let's see. In fact, we have an entire section of drugs, I'm sure, for this. Okay, so, and the 2 feathers. So let's have either your blurb, so you're going to roll one of them, and then somebody else is going to roll as well. Let's have the new guy roll. So Anis, you're also, as you're looking at it, as you guys see it coming in, unless someone else has like Vurt knowledge that you can use, you guys can be the ones to identify the feathers.
I have Vurtology.
Okay, so that's good.
I have knowledge as well.
Okay, that's what I figured. You guys don't, right? Anybody else? Okay, cool. So the 2 of you guys are able to take a look at these feathers and identify or try to identify them. With Vurtology, it brings it down 1. These do not have labels on them, which you kind of expected from the tone of the conversation. Nasty Dave's eyes are like this because if they're crappy, you don't know. They are they're in plastic, and the plastic's really thick. You can't even really see what color it is from the outside, but as you're looking into it, that's how we'll kind of, as you guys are opening up, because it's been like super wrapped around in case it drops and so it doesn't get wet and all this stuff. So anyway, the 2 feathers are, each of you guys make a roll. Party goes down, demanding, standard. So really it's a standard test now that it's been dropped. So it's a 6 or above. So I'll just tell you that.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
11.
Okay, good. Okay, so get to use a cool table. Believe it or not, a good table.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay, so each of you guys, please, both of you, each roll a D100. So I don't know if you can do it with a dice roller or online. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Cypher.
got the percent.
What am I saying? Of course. Mike's already taken care of that. All right. So you guys can give me
28.
66.
Okay, 28. And what was the other?
66.
66. Okay. So 28. Okay, so you're gonna maybe keep track of this, so you can write this. 28 is Blue Pleasureville. So Pleasureville. That's actually that's in the novel Vurt, Jeff Noon's Vurt. It's a, well, yeah, you can read the game cat on it. I'll send you stuff. But it's a absolute classic. It's a blue. It's legal. It's fun. In fact, it's like the most fun. It's like the ultimate like warm blanket, like raining outside. I'm sure there's a word for it in Norwegian about that type of cozy and that type of snowflake or outside, but it's a very specific feeling of like comfort. Pleasureville's one of the best. Okay, 66, and it's pretty valuable because it's classic.
I rolled a 5 for level.
Oh, excellent. Okay, great. Oh, and that one, these are just it's not a +2 or anything like that, so it's just as is for the blues. Okay, 66 is okay. Okay. It is. It's called Scratchy Nick. It's a black feather. It's like a deep, like midnight black feather. You don't know too much about it other than the fact that, Game Cat's never been written, at least that you know of. You can't. It's like one of those feathers that you thought people would know more about, but they really don't, except that it's really bad. And it's also incredibly rare. Yeah, Scratchy Nick. As far as you know, it has something to do with kind of the old like European or Northern European, not quite Krampus, but something where it's a Christmas thing, but it's like Christmas meets, like Serenus, the horned pagan god.
So when you
So
say bad, you mean amazing.
amazing, amazing. There would be amazing stuff in it for sure, and it's a black feather. So that's
So
that's
Ennis was happy to identify, but he doesn't really want the feather. So if somebody wants blue powder bill, he's not making any claims.
Yeah, it's a classic, but again, it's like your bubble popping one. Although that's a lucid blue, so you can keep reusing that one. Pleasureville
The
is
one I'm
action.
in the
These are all
corner with
action.
now.
Exactly. Yeah. The same satisfaction of popping bubble wrap. That's the vibe the designers were going for that. Okay. So that's what you have. And the Mandy's, I can give you the stats here in a little bit. And so roll for the Mandy's at the level, and then roll for the level for Scratchy Nick.
For the Mandy's, you don't require sleep for a number of days equal to the level.
Thank you. That's it. Oh, excellent.
4 days.
Awesome. Yeah. What is it called? Post-mortem. Oh my God.
Post-mortem. But the character remains awake and is able to perform non-strenuous tasks such as blurred fly maintenance, reading, or studying.
Nice. Perfect for you.
I feel better.
Just don't operate.
Yeah, just smaller vehicles. Okay.
I'm not a machinery operator. I just ride on operator.
That's cool. Okay. Now, at this point, you can hear the coming down the linoleum. Yeah.
Scratchy Nick is a level 6.
Oh crap.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. The harder the nightmare is to get through, the more goodies you'll get out of it. A lot of the loot in some of these feathers is kind of predicated on how strong it is. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. Cool. So you have that. Let's see. And I guess yes, McDougal comes up, or Mickey as Chester likes to call him. And he comes over and he puts down a looks like a satchel. And he wags his tail, and you hear whoop, whoop, whoop. And then you see him kind of clear his throat and try to look a little more noble, as if he's a little embarrassed that he let it get that dog. And he says, I'm here if you need me. Welcome back. And he zips off. He's scared, obviously, more than the fact that Chester's just ornery person in general. Something, when he mentioned the letter, something scared him. Something like it was probably a strongly worded letter from what you get, but it was, as far as it was just in fact, let's say that it's right there on the top, because he knew you were going to say something about it, and it is there, and it says, hold, take all my mail, don't touch anything, don't let anybody in, here's the next 6 months, at the end of 6 months, another check will arrive. Do as you will, and do not
All right,
come
so this
in.
is a letter I sent him.
Signed by you. Signed by you.
Okay.
Roll for
I'm gonna st-
roll for
roll. Okay.
roll for smarts, just for fun, just to see if it's a 1 or the 19 or 20, basically. If it is, it is.
It was a
Don't worry about
5.
it. Okay, so
Smarts isn't my strong suit.
yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Well, it looks, again, it's signed. It's a handwritten thing. It's sloppy handwriting, which you,
Do I
Chester,
remember writing
certainly.
it?
No, definitely not. But it looks like your handwriting more or less. But you have such crappy handwriting. It could have been. You can't really tell. You're not that specific. You're more interested in other things.
So I'm taking
Does
the
it
letter.
smell
I'm
like
folding
phlegm?
it. I'm gonna tuck the letter. I'm gonna tuck that letter into my pocket inside my trench coat. I'm gonna start
Perfect.
rifling through the junk mail to see if there's anything interesting.
Perfect. Yes. And we'll say that as you're looking through the stuff, it's just a whole bunch of crap, but it's some stuff might be interesting and you're looking through, but you're looking for clues, as everybody else is. What is everybody else doing? Obviously you have, Nasty Dave is looking around. He's still tied to the chair. No, sorry. He's still, sitting on the ground, like looking at you guys. You haven't let him out. He's not going to run for the door or anything. So he's there with you, but
I'm
he
gonna
just stinks.
say, Dave, take a shower,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna like flop on the couch when I'm
Mhm.
still soaking wet,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm feeling good,
Yep.
and I'm gonna just like drink this whiskey.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, and you do. Okay. So food. You guys have not eaten. Now again, you guys are very, very hungry if you eat. Yes. Do you
I was
eat?
going to see if I could pop out the window and hunt down a blurb fly.
Yes, certainly. Yeah. You're giant. Hopefully people don't look up, but then again, people might be looking. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Now remind me again, you just kind of basically, as far as the PC is concerned, like his whole consciousness just started 6 hours ago, right? You're new to it all. There's confusing bits and pieces kind of thing, or
Bits and pieces. I have little pieces of memory that I don't understand. I have access to things that I don't understand, and I have heuristics built in. That's about it.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, you're new to a lot of like the real world customs and interactions. Again, you're just kind of, you're there, you're able to communicate, which is,
But it did seem like that this person, the blurb flies I can see in the room while they look, they shift. It seems like the person who's there nearby might get upset if I eat one of them, so I'm not going to eat them.
Got it.
So they do.
That's perfect. The
Because
window's open.
I will murder you.
So roll for it as Chester's looking through junk mail and we'll get to everybody as well. And as Smoke is on the couch there, just digging it, and her blurb flies are, zipping around and doing, you guys are doing it. Roll for, let's see, it's,
I'm trained.
either use like flying.
I'm not trained in blurb fly hunting yet.
Nice. Flying will work for now, for sure, for an asset. Let's say this. Roll a d6 first, just to see how many flies are just like right outside the window.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so there's one big juicy, almost looks like one of the ladybugs, where the pips change, almost domino style. They're usually from the new House of Chance, excuse me, post debacle. And they zip around and they're juicy. Okay, so now you're gonna roll for flying. You figure it's tell me what how you're trying to do it. How do you hunt on this one, and I'll tell you how difficult that would be.
Well, dragonflies say where their prey will go. They don't chase; they intercept. Like actual dragonflies in nature do that.
Okay.
I don't know how close I am to human world, real world nature dragonflies, but I'm going to assume it's something like that where I see it and can plant it and intercept it and get it into there.
Okay, that's perfect then.
Or
Yeah.
you're not a
Okay.
math magician?
Hmm?
I
Yeah.
said, are you sure you're not a math magician?
or is a bug brain so close to a math magician's brain that
Why?
the overlap is there?
And an
That
item,
sounds accurate.
but I don't know why.
Yes. Okay. So roll for it. It's demanding to get it. You are worrying, or you are concerned that either you'll hit something else, but you can certainly navigate around. But to get it, to just get it, and anticipate it before it flies off, because it is kind of on its way by, is demanding. But you already dropped it because of flying, so it's just standard.
Let's see.
So it's a I don't know if
I rolled 16.
you got it. Okay, excellent. You feel again. It doesn't even realize how you ended up at the exact point where it was going, and that's the last its little circuits are aware. How does it taste?
And I bite off its wings,
Yes.
and then I carry it back with me, back through the window and back into the house, and
Yes.
pick off the modules and drop them because I'm not interested in eating those.
Nice.
And start
It has one, and it's a Sonic. It's
Okay.
a House of Chances. Those guys.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you're gonna chomp down on it.
Yeah, so I unplug that module and drop it,
Yeah.
and then just
Okay, how about this? Here's a GM intrusion for fun. You're chomping through it, but you can already tell as the first bits go down, it's something, the equivalent of lactose intolerant. This particular type of blurb fly is bothering.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I brundle fly it.
Oh, is that wrap it?
No, I
And
spit on it and then drink it.
oh, spit. Of course. Ew. Yes.
I didn't think we were going to get our rating this way.
Yep. Perfect. Yes, you do that, and as you're, pulling the half-digested, gooiness up into your maw again, that is, you can feel the first. So the GM intrusion is this: you'll get a XP for yourself and XP for somebody else. It is going to, if you stop, you don't have to take it, but the hunger is going to be bad. You're going to have to go out and hunt again. And it's not the end of the world, but you didn't see any others nearby, at least that looked good. So that, if you deny it, if you take it, you're going to have indigestion, like pretty bad, maybe even indigestion at the wrong times, or some type of it bothering you. This is maybe you ate it too fast, probably. You're just so excited to get it and pull it in, after biting it all. To everybody else, it looks like you're in a frenzy, although it's very exacted. Okay, so what, you want to do it?
I'll take it, and I'll give the other XP to the other shadow.
Yes.
Okay, because I dropped the module for the blurb fly, and so.
Okay, so is it
You've
which
got
shadow?
three more shadows in the
three
group now.
shadows.
Oh, 3. I thought you were the only shadow.
Oh no, well, she's let's see.
I'm
So
just the most
smoke.
often shadow.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the others have it as part of a little bit more hidden. Okay. So roll a d6, and this is going to be how many hours it's excruciating.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so for the next 3 hours, any type of repair, any type of anything requires concentration, don't bother. I mean, that may be no big deal, but that's just what's happening. And from now on, when you see that type of blurb fly, which I'll probably be throwing at you all the damn time now, your taste for it is almost an addiction. Like, you want those from now on, even though it hurts you. Like anything good.
Hurts so good.
It hurts.
I know I'm
okay,
lactose intolerant, and I still want ice cream. Yeah,
Oh, exactly. So that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Now, okay, perfect. So that's going to be your thing. So for 3 hours, you're going to be dealing with that.
Smoke
let's see.
notices you attacking this blurb fly, and she's like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?" And then you drop the module, and she's like, "Oh." She just gets distracted and picks it up.
It rolls over on the floor towards you, or it hits the ground?
Yeah, it rolls towards me. I roll off the couch. You know.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so now Oedipus, what are you doing as you're seeing all this action happening? And again, yeah.
I'm practicing one-liners that I'm going to use before I beat the shit out of
Nice.
What's his face? Spike.
Yes. Spike. Yeah, there's a full-length mirror right in front of you, and it's perfect for.
And I realize that Spike, I'm not going to call him Spike, but Clem is so stupid that all my incredibly well-crafted pop culture references will go completely over his head. So most likely I'm just going to kick him in the balls.
Probably. Mank Fu to the rescue.
Yes.
Ow, my balls.
Art.
That's a show he recognizes. That's
Nice. Okay. Now, Engel, what are you doing at this point?
Engel is sitting over by the window, smoking profusely, going
Right.
through whatever was in the pack that they took from Dave.
Yes, they are imitation cigarettes.
They're not.
They're,
You know,
it'll give you a headache.
my last cigarette, I only got halfway through, and then I got destroyed in the Diddy Bend feather. So
Truth.
I am happy to have a smoke at all at this point.
Yep. Yep. It's very unsatisfying.
This is a quarter of what I wanted in my day.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe if I smoked 4 at once. No.
Yep.
So if you have a PDF, like I want to try to make sure that, like, you know, I don't have like some kind of a record, or I'm not able to end up finding some kind of record that, like, oh yeah, by the way, like your car's been impounded by MPD or taken in by the Royal Yeoman Warders or anything like that. It's like, you know, can we still get to my stuff or not?
You would have to go through to do it right and to make it easier and, you know, less traceable. You have somebody who works for the city still, even though they don't work for the city anymore. Or they would be the one to find all that info out. They can be the asset to your role, but they allow you to do it. And if there's other people who have either works for the city or greases the gears or whichever the other.
I've got one here. Making a call,
got
but I
work for
think
the
that's
city.
I think that's bigger than like just trying to get information. That's like trying to actually get the thing or something from somebody.
Right. Okay, so let's do this. As you're definitely gonna do that, and that'll be the first thing we're gonna do right after the bio break here. We'll take a 10-minute bio break, but I will say this: think about, in the meantime, 4 of the 5 of you are famished, and there's nothing in the house that isn't, you know, 6 months past the expiration date. Eve, you know, Chester, you were not very, you know, you have cans or something like that.
There's not going to be any Twinkies.
True. Yeah. So yeah, maybe you have some cans, but you know, you guys can do some scrounging and stuff like that. But like, that's what, when we come back, that's going to be the number one thing that you guys need to do, is find something to eat, because, you know, yeah, that's what's happening. And then
deliver some whoopies.
Huh?
Get a blurb fly to deliver some whoopies.
Absolutely.
Or get a blur fly to deliver something that's like actual food.
Yes.
Yeah. True. Cool. So we'll take a 10-minute bio break, and when we come back, we'll be looking for food and also making some calls to see what Engel's, because he hasn't been gone 6 months, and see what his latest is.
Where's all my precious gear? Cool.
I know, you had some good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll be back in 10. Cool. So the hungry gang has rumbly tummies, except for
Mm.
Anisoptera, who has a
I have a roughly
upset
tummy for
tummy.
a reason.
Yeah, you now found your new favorite food that affects you really in a terrible way. At this point, again, let's see, as it was morning, early morning, it's still like midday again at the most, but you guys are, feeling hungry. You can hear there's, the traffic outside is bad. It's gridlocked outside. There's nothing but like horns, like nonstop outside. This is not the greatest apartment, to be quite honest. Nice kitchen. And looks like there's a spice rack with some pretty amazing stuff in there. In fact, you guys see Chester, looking through the spices proudly there. That looks like there's some homemade cool stuff and rubs and marinades and all this other stuff. It looks pretty legit.
You're gonna see Chester thumbing his fingers through something. You're gonna see him pick up a very specific jar of something small and put it in his coat.
Yep.
Is there a sugar? Is there a sugar jar?
Oh, probably. You let me know.
He's not much of a baker. Like,
Yeah, but you need sugar for tomato sauce.
Does he have like a little sugar?
No. Wait, listen. I'm gonna stop the game right here. And I'm gonna now. You cannot do not put sugar in tomato sauce. Everybody at home, everybody here, you do not need it. You do not need it. It doesn't need it. Don't put it in there.
It
Guys,
cuts the
he's
acid.
right.
Does he have
Acid-
any for like coffee or
I
anything
would never
like
do
that?
that. I would
You don't
never do
need
that.
it.
But
Everybody
my character
does.
would.
Okay, good. I'm so glad. Okay, then you gotta
Oh,
say
it's
like OOC or something, dude, because you had me like that's out of character for the MMO Ripig crowd. Okay, so yes, a sugar bowl. I would imagine there's at least a little bit for sprinkling of the basics. Yeah, probably.
I started looking. I started going through all the cabinet looking for it, and as I find it, I just pour it in my face. Like,
Got it. Okay, so
carbs.
You've eaten, and I'm going to say that you've eaten the last edible anything in the house, and it happened to be sugar. Anisoptera has eaten. The other three of you guys have not, and you guys are honestly like, it's getting to the point where it's feeling like you can't even concentrate anymore on it. You guys want to before you make your call to the city there, Engel, do you guys want to order something? It's pretty much anywhere because you guys are in Rusham still, right? I think yes. So that's where you live? Oh, that's
Let's
pretty
get some
fancy for
delivery.
yeah. I could do Whoopies. You could do a Papadam. Hell, there's it's a bunch of little spots around.
Papadam.
I would also do that.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can get from sugar.
Right. So you get the Killa Curry special. You guys can get a whole bunch of things that you thought you ordered, but they show up and maybe that's what you ordered, maybe it isn't. You can't really tell, to be quite honest, but it all tastes pretty good.
At that point, you've forgotten what the order was, so it's like
there it is.
I think
And they
this
count
is
on
mine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're counting on that. So Papadam does deliver, so you can throw in an order. You guys have, I'll say that you have enough now in your pockets. Like you don't have cash.
Can we?
You have yeah.
Can I pick up Nasty Dave and hold him upside down and shake him out like a cartoon character? Because he was charging admission to see us land on the roof. He's got money on him.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that
he's gotta be loaded.
Let's say for fun, roll a D100. Why not? Let's see how much quid this guy didn't drop as he was racing towards.
I rolled a 23.
Yeah, 23 quid. So cool. So you certainly, that's more than enough for a crappy meal that you've got. It's enough. It's enough to get around, get an X cab, a couple blocks, get a black cab, probably a few blocks more than that. So
anybody else want to try?
So you have enough. Do you guys want to order food? Those of you that don't.
I'm doing something different.
Purist. Go
You're
for
gonna
it.
watch. You're gonna watch. Chester pulls out his PDF.
Right.
And well, I guess you guys. Well, can you hear someone when they're talking on a PDF, or is it all internal?
You can make it. You can whisper if you wanted to. Yeah, you
No,
can
he's
keep
not
it.
gonna care. He's
Yeah.
just gonna hear me like, "Yeah, no, Mom, come on. I don't like. I just need leftovers. No, yeah, I've been busy, Mom. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I've been busy. Stop by in like I don't know, like a half hour, just whatever you got in the fridge. Just yeah, no, no, obviously some of the biscuits. Those would be great. Thank you. What, do you have enough for 6? And then
Excellent.
then he just sort of puts his thing away. He's gonna Chester's getting some grub.
I don't know why I never pictured Chester even having a mother, but now it makes twice as much sense.
He's got a huge family. He's got a huge family.
Of course, he's got all his brothers. He's got, what's like 7 or 8 brothers in the city somehow.
Yeah.
Of course, he has a mother who cooks well, or at least is used to cooking for large litters of kids. Quite literally. Yeah, okay, good. Yes. So as everybody's waiting for Papa Dam and something, to nosh on there, and something from Chester's mom, Mrs. Ballard to you, we're going to do the call to the city here. So you're going to get an asset and be able to do it because of Chester, but it's still going to be your role. I'll let you.
Okay. I think as Engel is rifling through pockets on this like acquired tracky jacket that he's got, on the inside here, he'll hand it off to somebody else. There's a Papa Dam like punch card that's got like 8 out of 10. Like,
yes,
because that was like, don't they like hype their stuff up with like, it's
Absolutely.
a curry with like caffeine and like maybe a little bit of meth. Like Vurt was there way too often. Like,
yes, absolutely. Yeah, they've got some items on the menu that are a little peppier than others. Yeah, you could say that.
So here, there's this punch card in the pocket that's still, I don't know what this stain on it is, but
Right.
Like
Right. It's actually on one of those like platinum card styles. It's it's like top 5 customers ever card.
He has a
Special
picture.
thank you.
It's like him waving, but he's got like, he doesn't have a face, so he can't have like the big goofy smile.
Yeah. Perfect. So yes, that's happening. Okay. So as that's coming, and yes, you're going to get credit you're going to get punches on the card on this one. Let's do the call. Just to kind of see where you're at. Also, let's. It's a smarts related. If you have something, I'll kind of let you do either a regular smarts roll, or if you have something else in that's connected to that stat.
I don't have anything special connected to that stat.
That's fine.
I'm hoping
That's
it's just,
it's just
gathering
basic roll.
information and not actual social interaction. So
Right. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Good to hear that part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
Let's see.
And now the Papa Dam has showed up at the window. The blurflies taps to get in. Remember, they have the really big ones that look almost like the scarab beetles because they have to carry really heavy bags, things full of like rice and naan and all this good stuff, curries. So it goes through, it comes in, it smells amazing. It goes in, zips in. You're holding the card. It pops in too. It takes the card. You hear a little and does not charge, and it goes out. And it smells amazing. This is the murder. This is the kill a curry special. So this is the good stuff. Okay, so let's make this call as you guys are eating, and almost as Mrs. Ballard is gonna drop off the good. So just a basic.
The stuff that's not going to burn out your insides.
Is there going to be social? Is there going to be social distancing when Chester's mom shows up, or
I think
is
he
going to leave it by the
that
door and like leave?
I think maybe he practices that with pretty much everybody. Maybe not his mom though. That's a little different. We'll see.
Well, how are we getting to Ardwick?
Yes. maybe you can get some info. Roll for it real quick, Mike,
Yeah.
and then you might get some info on that'll help you with that, because as you guys kind
17.
of feel perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you make a call to let's see. Do you have anybody in particular that you want from before, or otherwise?
I usually keep trying to go back to my contact from my
Mhm.
background for Arslan, the Robo
Oh, yes.
Mad Shad, who you
Yes.
trust like a brother, but he hasn't been super helpful anytime I've ever called him so far. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know if I
That's
should go
right.
to him or not.
That's right. He usually tells you, run. I
Yeah,
can't help you.
that's
Run.
the only thing I ever get
Yep.
out of him is like, you're
Yep.
screwed. Move.
Yep.
They
Yep.
already know where you
Have you
are.
tried running?
Yeah.
Yeah. He owes you now. Yeah.
It's like, I don't. Look,
Um,
I was just trying to find out where my car is. Come on, man.
Okay. Go for it. It could be him, and yeah, basic roll. It's standard.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I got a
if you want to
17
use
there a second
effort,
ago.
yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's right. So yes. So you got it. So the info for that is the two bits of info. Okay. So what? Yeah. He picks up. He's like, hello. What? He's eating borscht. That's so stereotypical, and I know it's not necessarily Ukrainian, but anyway, yeah. What?
Yeah,
Stop.
it's just sort of just like,
In the
where's my
subtitles
car,
underneath it
man?
says,
Yeah, like,
exactly. And he says, well, and underneath it says, you have no car, man. sorry to basically, yeah, sorry to let you, you're everything was picked up. The Royal Yeoman Warders showed up. Who have you been messing around with? I said they showed up with the big furry hats. They showed up, 12 of them. They ripped everything apart. They're looking for you. They're looking for the other people that are consultants. They said that there was some guy in the back who was pointing, and he was kind of a little sloppy back and forth, but he was trying to give information. Yeah, I think we know him. Okay. So that's the first question, and then he says, anything else? Basically, what, are you okay?
and now you think to ask that now? Like,
Exactly. Thanks, asshole. Exactly. Cool. So what's your second bit of info that you'd like to figure out based on that?
I just wanted my car back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you want, how about this? Yeah. Here's the second bit of info I'll throw in for that. The second half, I'll make that a two-part question, and that'll count. Yes, they took everything. Yes, Royal Yeoman Warders showed up, but your car was stolen the night before. Out of, he thinks he knows who may have done it. And he's, pretty sure, that, it's a local, scally, one of the little, the guys wearing the trackies tucked into their shoes kind of thing, and the real. So yes, it's in Russia. It's in North Gort, as you will, and it was stolen because the boomers, sorry, not boomers, the consultants who've been messing around with Royal Yeoman Warders, all of a sudden were gone for a while. They didn't show up for a few days, so you got it. But he gives you the name, and the name is.
Clem.
No, definitely not. Oh my goodness, let's not do that.
Spike.
I've got a good one. Okay, I don't know exactly. Okay, yeah, he said that it's a somebody who was definitely a robo dog man. He was his name is Jackson Priestley. And And Jackson Priestley is a robo dog man. He's been a featherhead for years. He's kind of a neighborhood, staple. He's always, some say he has no Vurt genetics, but but there's a lot of rumors saying that he's, messing with stuff. He's always pretending that he's Vurt, part Vurt. He's a poser. Jackson Priestley is the person who stole your car. He usually works out of Rusholm's Club Helium, but he is known for getting around. So Rusholm has Club Helium, which again is not far from where you guys are at. That is a possible avenue for sure. You have a lead there. And that's that for your call. Now he says, stop, blah, 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 blah. Basically, are you happy now? Am I helpful now? I'm making you hate your contact. That's all.
I'm sure we are totally offending anybody from
Eastern
Europe.
Yes, exactly. I know. I love it. I love it.
And like, so the bottom, it's like, yeah, okay, good job. Tell your mother I said hi.
Yes, yes. Yep. And yeah, the feather comes out and the connection is lost. Okay. There's a little tap at the door, and Chester, you know this knock. It is your mommy. And let's see, you're a robo dog man.
I'm a shadow dog.
Shadow dog man. Excuse me, shadow dog man. So what is she? What's her mix? She could be one or two or all three of them if you want. It could be two of those.
My mother is a proud shadow dog.
Shadow dog. Good. Ooh. Okay. So pretty only to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else is a terrifying, nightmarish, like almost Lovecraftian beast. Those things are no worse. Like not Lovecraftian. It's more like Hound of the Baskervilles meets Shadow Dog.
It's It's like people think Chester looks scary, then they're gonna see his mother.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. She has a sweet little voice, but she's out there and she, you guys, she wags her tail, and she, rubs up against, this and, and she, licks her paw.
Come on.
Because your hair is out of the way, this and that. And she's saying, I missed you so much. And, where have you been? Don't ever do this to me again. I hate your job. As she always says, of course, she hates your job. It takes you away for months at a time. You don't look good. You don't,
I look fine, Mom.
She's grabbing you, this and that. She says, who are your friends? And she's coming in. By the way, she leans in the door.
Let me introduce. I'm going to pull the door open.
Oh, God.
Everyone, Agatha, everyone.
Everybody roll a fear check for sand loss. No, almost. It's literally, you hear this sweet little old lady outside, the voice, and then she opens it up and it's the Hound of the Baskervilles. So, giant, yeah. So,
this is why I'm not part dog.
Yeah. And so she again is, once she says, oh, you have your friends. I'm sorry, I won't impose. And then she, she puts down this big basket of food, like big. It smells amazing. And then she goes off and, as before she goes, she makes sure that Chester, that if you ever, go 6 months again without calling her, it may be the last time you ever see her, because you don't know how much time any of us have left. She does this all the time. So
I know, Mom.
Perfect. Okay. So now
why are you role playing my mom? It's really awkward.
Seriously.
Like I'm getting up there in years, I'm almost 13.
True. Yeah, and Doc. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now everybody's fed. We'll say that the food is beyond amazing. Even the people eating Papa Dam are like, they have room for whatever she brought.
Damn.
Yeah, the best, like the most gourmet. So now everybody's fed. Everybody's more or less rested. I'll say that it's been an hour, so you still have 2 hours of tummy trouble, or at least stomach pain, anosoptera, or you don't have a stomach, whatever the hell it is, pain, internal pain. And you have 2 leads, basically, it seems. You have a car lead, and then you have, and then you have a main, like, if you guys are looking for the boomers, you at least know where they're at. And you also know that the Royal Yeoman Warders are out in force looking for consultants, and the boomers are now, a thing of the past, at least in Northgord, and the survivors fled with King Spike Flamdango. Clemdango. Yeah. So that's where you're at. Okay. What's the plan, kids?
We're gonna kill Clem.
Are the boomers anywhere near Club Helium?
Let's see. Rusham. I believe it is. They're all. Let's see. I got it right here. Okay, so Didsbury, Burnham, Yankton, Turdsville, Chorlton. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So Rusham is there. Ardwick is right next to it. Okay. It is right underneath it. Yes. So it actually the southwest corner of Ardwick is the northwest corner of Rusham, and that's where they meet. And so yes, it's half a mile at most.
So on the way to go, like, screw up Spike, we may have to, like, we can duck in here for a minute. Hang on, I have somebody I have to crack in the face with a mace.
Yeah, it's on the way. Yeah. So it is on the way. Perfect. Yes. Now, let's say also, I'm going to do another GM intrusion here. The door opens. No one knocks. It wasn't locked again. The door opens wide, and a delivery person, probably a robo-man, you can't quite tell, but very angular features, a little more than what would be normal. Wearing the brown, jumpsuit, basically, for delivery, and the hat and whatnot. And he's got a big cardboard box, and he walks right in and he puts it in there, and he hands a piece of paper over to you, closest one, which is Chester, to sign. And he looks bored.
Signs.
Okay, sign, puts it, he walks out, and as he's going out, you can hear him whistling the tune just absentmindedly of, Ballad of the Boomers, that bagpipe solo, which is so catchy.
But at least he's not whistling it in bagpipe, right?
Yes. Okay.
I liked it better when Alex was trying to kill us.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. Yeah. Okay. So,
what's in the box?
You guys smell something. It smells a little off. It's coming from the box.
Is it explosives?
Are you guys so you opening it?
I'm just over on the couch.
You're over on the couch. Yeah.
Like,
typical smoke.
Is anybody going to see what's inside?
Chester's going to step out. Chester's going to step out in the hallway, and he'll open it.
Okay, cool. You do open it. Immediately you get the smell, and you remember it. You remember from when you were, work from time to time with forensics. There is a head inside. Yes.
Please
what's
let
in
it
the
be
box?
Clem's.
Literally, my notes here are what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Okay, it is a head. It is. How do I? It's in bad state of decay there. It's a bit of a shock, obviously. There's fur, it's skin and fur, a lot of it's muddled. I mean, it's just distended, it's drying from it's horrific. And you've seen a lot of horrific stuff as Manchester police. It looks very familiar. Roll for smarts. No, it's not Clem Fandango. You wish. You wish.
I'm rolling for smarts.
You're gonna roll for smarts. It looks very familiar to you. Very, very, very familiar.
You do
Okay,
me.
I'm going to spend 2 levels of effort,
Okay. Okay.
and we'll roll. I got a 7.
You want to re-roll?
Did we get more XP at the start of this?
Yeah,
Yes,
you got
correct.
2.
Okay, so yeah, I'll spend 1. And let me re-roll. Got a 16.
Nice. Okay, okay. There you go.
Ah!
That's what you hear from out in the hallway.
Like, what you hear from out in the hallway is me screaming, and you hear the box go flying. Like you hear it hit against something.
Mhm.
Kind
No
of rush
giggle.
towards the sound.
Yes. A very shaken Chester is there.
That is
Now,
fucked up. That is fucked up. That is
What
fucked
is
up.
it? What's in the box? Sorry.
yeah.
What is it?
Pick it
What
up.
is it?
You see what's in the goddamn box.
You guys can see now, actually, it did fall at
Someone's
this point.
fucking with me, and I don't like it.
It's a head. It's a head. You guys recognize immediately who it is. It's Chester. It's his head. Yes, he's standing there. Yes, he's standing there screaming, but this is a 6-month-old discorporated Chester head. That's a red flag.
That's cool.
So,
Ah, cool. Someone's messing with me.
yes.
This one your brother, Chester?
That's fine. Just don't worry. You'll wake up again. You'll be alive. Death, it happens.
No, it's not one of my
I
brothers.
can't
Eddie.
tell you how many times I got my head bitten off.
Yeah. God, everybody hates that person on the couch.
Smoke. Smoke. I'm not tripping drugs here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Yep.
fuck's going on.
Do you want
Was
some?
there
I
anything? I'm
got-
gonna go pick up the box. Was there anything like an address? Like, and
It's a
was there?
Addressed to whichever pseudonym you used to put the apartment in under your
Yeah.
name. Yes, and there's no note inside. Again, it was in this like plastic bag kind of thing. And at this point, Matt or Mickey, as you like to call him, is peeking out and he's sniffing the air like this, and you can see him like this, and his ears kind of go down, tail goes between the legs, and he kind of is hesitating, getting closer. He knows that smell.
Mickey, just stay the fuck back.
He
Nothing to
said-
see here. It's just my head in a box. Chester's gonna go pick up the head,
Yeah.
like get the thing, and just sort of march back to the apartment.
He sees you pick up an actual head, and he is off. Yep. He's down. A couple other doors open in the hallway, and you see kind of people peeking out like this, and then kind of going back in because oh shit, the worst neighbor is back. But yeah, that dog is gone. It literally saw you lift up your own rotting head. Yeah. Yeah, only in Vurt. Okay, so
That's so Vurt.
Speaking of that,
yes,
I want to take a look at this head.
yes.
Would I be able to determine? I'm trained in Vurt lore, or I'm specialized in Vurt lore, but I'm not. I don't have sense Vurt nature. But I'm wondering, like, could I figure out if this is a Vurt-based copy of his head, or if this is?
Yeah, go for a go for a test. You can use the Vurt asset. This is intimidating. Like that's a rough ask.
Okay.
But if you drop it with some with like maybe a level of effort, or you have an asset.
I am specialized in Vurt lore.
Okay, so 2. Okay, so intimidating challenge is now difficult. You want to spend some effort? Costs you more than it costs everybody else because they're all tier 4. But
Sorry.
Yes. So I'll spend 1 level of effort.
Okay, it's only demanding now.
Okay. And I rolled a 10.
Okay, so demanding's 9. Okay. Yes. Sorry. No. You're certain it is not a vert. That, in fact, you get no vert whatsoever. There's not a trace of vert. There's also not a trace of robo that you can smell as well or figure out.
I'm also trained in biomechanics, so I would think.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so that makes even more sense. So yes, it has neither of those that you can smell, and it does smell dead. So, and Chester, what are you again for the audience at
Shadow
home?
dog man.
Yep, exactly. So it smells like everything he is, and doesn't smell like everything he isn't. Okay.
Well, it
Yes.
definitely smells like Shadow.
At this point, again, you can hear more shouting at this point, and then barking and shouting way down at the end of the hall. It sounds like Mickey is trying to tell somebody this, and people are now, there's concern. You don't see anything. It's way down at the end and around the corner, but you're in an apartment complex, and you just held up a head and told your super to, beat it. So trouble's coming.
But he didn't beat the head, so.
No.
There it is. No.
He had a head start.
Oh.
No bennies for you. Give me
when
XP.
Chester started falling.
Yes. Okay.
Did he? And this is stuff that
you
like
saw
Mike,
it, yeah.
Mike gets and Engel probably wouldn't, but I'm
right.
When Chester started falling, did Chester's body make the exchange?
You wouldn't. Engel.
Yeah,
wouldn't
Engel
have
has
known,
no reason to know the answer to that question.
But Engel did see. Everything about seeing him mid-fall, and actually you guys catching him and pulling him out of that loop and all that stuff. But,
yeah, this is Mike has an idea of what could have possibly happened, and Engel would not be on that train. So
nice.
No, never mind. Sorry.
Got it. Cool. So again, there's trouble coming, and you can tell at this point there's shouting now, and then you hear like, "I don't give a shit if he's, I'm not afraid of him," and then you hear boom, boom, stomping, and the little crowd comes around the corner, with Mickey the super, the Scotty dog, oversized, kind of looking from behind them, between their legs, and from behind them, there's 4 people. You recognize most of them, from your floor. One of them is what are they? Oh, like you, a Robo Dog Shadow. No, sorry, you're not a Robo Dog Shadow. Okay, this is a Robo Dog Shadow. And those are, this one here looks almost like one of those like Rock'em Sock'em robots, except a little bit dog shaped. And the eyes kind of have this weird shadowy stuff coming up. And he's big, and he's coming over, and he's feeling, courageous because he's got 3 people behind him, and they're cracking their knuckles too. I know.
Wait till you see who's gonna stand behind Chester.
They don't know who's waiting in the apartment, but they are coming down. And then you can hear, "Hey, stop!" And they're ready. They're calling you out into the hall. 4 of them. They don't know what's going on, but they're gonna.
Chester's just gonna pop out like, what?
He's going back and forth. So yeah, we heard you got a sick habit. You got a kind of a sick,
sick habit. Someone mailed me a fucking head. You think that's something I do every day?
Hey, and you can tell he's trying to come up with something interesting to say, and he doesn't. It's like, oh yeah, well. Yeah, and he's going in, and he's like, "Oh, forget it."
And Engel turned to Oedipus for a second and be like, "I guess practicing up front really does pay off in the end."
Yeah, exactly.
I high-fived a new guy.
Nice. Yes.
It's like he leaves you hanging, but like.
Nice. Okay. The sounds of far off MPD sirens are happening. Someone must have made a call, and 4 people blocking your main way out. There is a stairwell down the back. Let's roll a d20, Jack. What floor do you live on? Let's see how bad this is going to be to get to the bottom and get on your way.
Please don't Chester it. Okay, I got a 6.
Okay, so you're on the
Please
6th floor.
don't Chester.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yes, you in front of you, you have, again, there's elevators and everything, but you have to go through these 5 if you count.
There's a
Mickey.
stairwell out back though.
Correct. Behind you, yes, correct. It's a long
2
hallway.
things.
Yeah.
Boomers. Other guy and other guy. Stairwell out back, and Chester's just going to draw his Vorpal
Nice.
Pister and just sort of
Nice.
he sort of stands
Yeah.
strong as shadow effects fly up, and just the Vorpal Pister is like, all right, we've all been nice and neighborly now. We've all been good neighbors. Let's all think about what we want this apartment to look like tomorrow morning, and whether we would enjoy holes in our fucking walls. Well, I'm
Even
just waiting for them to hear them shuffle.
You see hands kind of coming up. I'm not going to make you roll for intimidation because, come on, dude. So yes, they are intimidated. They're not going any farther, but they're also not running. They're there,
Frozen.
but yeah, they're not going any farther. And Mickey at this point runs off. Mickey McDougal. I'm going to write that down. That's great. Mickey McDougal runs off. The super runs off. Now the sirens are a little bit closer, and you can get to the stairwell. There are 6 floors.
Do I have? Who's got the box with the head in it?
You do, I guess.
All right. So I'm waiting for the boomers behind me, and I got a thing I'm going to do. Let me know.
Okay. So here's how we're going to do this. And this is the climactic scene of the episode. And because trouble's coming, it's action. You're going to have to get down to the ground floor and go very quickly in the direction of Ardwick, which is you're gonna go past, when that you'll pass the area where the Club Helium is, and Ardwick again is the goal here. So getting down 6 floors, we're gonna do 6 rolls, but let's have everybody do each of you do 1 roll each, and then the final roll we'll do a best of kind of like democracy rule thing. So this is just to get down to the floor. You have, because if it's 6 floors, I'm going to say that the MPD is about, well, it's going to be close. Let me put it that way. Okay.
I have 2 things to say before we do this.
Yes.
When I come out of the hallway and see the other 4 people out there,
yes,
I look at the other people sitting there and I spit in their direction.
Nice.
Hisses and bubbles at their feet.
Right.
And I say, you should be running. But I'm also wondering if when we go out to this stairwell outside the fire escape, is there another one on an adjacent building that's close enough, say, that I could wrap around somebody's arm and hoist them over to the next one? Maybe one of the.
This is it's inside. Sorry, it's the stairwell. It's the fire exit. Yeah. It's internal.
Okay.
Yeah. But there is a stairwell. You guys know because you're looking across when you sent the other thing over. There is a stairwell on the other building, and actually, an external fire escape on the next building, but not this. So this is a building going straight down 6 floors. Okay, so let's do it in the order here. So the first roll is going to be, let's do, okay, Rob, you're gonna roll first. So Oedipus is making the first roll for the group there. Okay, and this is speed. It's a speed roll.
Okay.
If anybody has running or jumping, that'll help. Flying will actually help as well. That'll give an asset.
Trained in running.
Okay, then good.
I'm trained in running and jumping and stealth.
My last
Stealth will
character
help.
was trained in jumping and running, so there.
Well, that counts.
Carrying things.
I'm going to spend 1 level of effort on that. Unless
Got it.
that's not an option here.
Yep.
Update. I rolled a
head.
6. I'm going to feel like I need to roll again.
I would.
All right. If you say so. 11.
Got it. Okay. So, yes, you guys are racing down. Jack, did you say, was there something, you let me know when?
Just let me know when I'm rolling, because I'm
Yeah,
cresting.
you're, okay, perfect.
Am I up?
So they're, now you can see, they're kind of, they're looking as you guys go. Obviously there's sizzling, acid spit at their ground, and all that. But you're going down again. You can't really hear the MPD sirens, but you know what's going to happen. So you scramble down the first people.
Hang on. Before Chester scrambles down, he's going to peek around the corner, pull the head out of the box. He's going to throw heads up and tosses it.
Oh, no.
No.
Get back, your XP.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
You're now tier 3. No, I'm
Normally I expect all the puns from Pete, but I think we've been doing a good spread of
Yes. Yeah, actually, as it again, and then you probably turn away and run, so you don't even see it. You see it going towards them. All 4 of them look horrified, and then one of them, the big one, looks at you and he hears what you say, and it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of funny. You got mad respect from the big dog on the floor. So yeah, actually, you know what? Big dog on floor. If you ever want to come back here or something, he'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll talk to you. Okay, we're down the first stairwell. Now onto the now onto the second roll, which is in order. Let's see, it was Mike. Okay, so you're gonna roll for the group now as everybody's scrambling down.
Let's see. I'll spend 2 levels of effort.
Okay. Are you trained in anything, or?
I'm not trained in anything that helps, but I had I have a speed edge of 3, so it only cost me 2 to do it. So.
Okay. So that tier, yeah. So it feels simple.
Okay. And I got an 18.
Okay. You absolutely. So again, you guys are flying down. Like at this point, you can hear everybody's steps are even synchronized. You guys are like a machine going down. By the way, Nasty Dave is still in the apartment, covered, hopefully still cleaning himself off, or after all that stuff, he's probably hiding in a closet. So Nasty, that's where
he's gonna come out of the shower and be so confused. Like, where? What?
Yeah. Should I run? He's gonna be there like weeks later, too afraid to run. Okay, now.
But Angel's just gonna keep charging down the stairs and scream, "Come on, not Buzz."
Yes, so. yes, awesome. Okay, Shar, you are next for the group. Again, you guys are on fire so far, or not on fire. I should, you feel like you're on fire. Okay,
we're leaving a trail of fire behind us. We're going so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it's still the same difficulty because you guys have not failed yet. So
I'm trained in running and jumping.
Okay, so I'll give you an asset for both. Why not?
Yeah, I'm doing both.
And do you have do you want to use any effort?
What is the speed?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll spend a level of effort.
Got it. Okay. Roll for it. At this point, even through the walls, you can hear the sirens of MPD approaching. It's going to be really close.
18.
Got it. Okay. You guys at this point aren't even like really noticing the stairs anymore. You're able to like even look up, and you guys are just flying down. No one's even using a railing.
Sliding down the banister.
Exactly. Surfing like Legolas down an Oliphant's trunk.
Yes.
Surfs up, dudes. Anyway, that's from a Vurt feather. Yeah. I'm sure.
A very contentious Vurt feather, which had a lot of copyright arguments.
Yeah. Yeah, the original author of the Vurt feather was very upset at all of the other iterations that have been done. Okay, next we've got that was Shar. Okay, Jack, you are rolling now, and you guys
Okay.
are now on the 3rd floor, getting ready to go down to the 2nd at this point. So you're going to roll.
I got a 7. I'm trained in running.
Let's see. Do you wait 7? So you without effort, do you want to re-roll?
Oh, sure. Roll D20. I got an 8, so it didn't do much better. Wasn't worth the XP.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, the first stumble. And again, it's probably because you're freaking out because you literally just threw your own head, it feels like, or maybe not, but what looked like it at somebody. And your one-liner, you're probably thinking how badass your one-liner was, Trip. And now you guys, now you're going to roll a speed roll, just you, to see if you remain upright. It's challenging, actually, at the speed you guys are going. So if you want to use effort.
I'm going to do two levels of effort.
Okay, do you have running or jumping or anything?
I have running.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Okay, so 9 or above to not fall.
11.
Got it. Excellent. Okay, you barely catch. You guys see, you think he's going to go face first. Okay, and you guys are still racing, same speed. No one's slowing, but metagamey, it's gotten more difficult. Okay, so now, all right. So next, we have Pete.
I'm trained in flying.
Okay.
And I'm hovering down the middle of the stairwell, but I'm basically looking out for everybody else and trying to see if anybody trips or falls. I'm going to try and pick them up by the arm like I did with Angel.
Yes. Perfect.
So
okay, are you going to use any effort?
Speed. I don't have an edge in that. It will cost me money. But
it might be. I mean, now's the time to use it. This is the last scene, just to the escape, hopefully.
So I spent a little effort.
Okay.
And I'm training flying, and here we go.
9 or above. What'd you get?
14.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. So yes, just that. You guys are seeing, this unique creature, floating down the middle, and you guys are now convinced that no one's going to be coming up the stairs to knock into you. So you're going even faster at this point. You're like lightning. Okay. Now you're on the 2nd floor, about ready to go down to the 1st. Now is when everybody's going to roll. We're on the last roll to get down to the ground floor and burst through the door and hope that you've made it before the MPD is here, which again, it's going to be damn close, as in like 1 round. So yes, so everybody's going to roll now, a speed roll. If you want to, let's just do something where the max assets I could allow are 2 anyway, and then with helping another 3. So we'll have everybody roll. I'll do it as if there are 3 assets to it. So I'll drop it, and that's the number we're going to beat. And again, it's especially since it's not even number. It's if there's 3 or more, you guys make it. If not, complications. Okay. So -3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So Chester spent a level of effort. Chester is re-rolling.
Actually, no, it's actually just going to be.
Chester got a 20.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So yeah, no effort. Don't worry about, like, if you did deduct. Yeah, no effort, because I'm already taking 3, and it's just going to be kind of an overall roll. So, but 20 obviously works. In fact, wait, 20 works and gives you 1 additional.
So it counts as 2 instead of 1?
Counts as 2. Okay.
Nice.
And a 1 takes away 1. So again, no re-rolls either. Okay.
Oh,
so you got
shit.
20.
You said no re-rolls because I got a 1 and I re-rolled. So you have to count my 1.
Okay. So -1. Got it. Oh, wait. Okay. I see. Yeah. So -1.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody else roll.
12.
Okay.
I got a 12 too.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
9.
Okay. You guys see at the bottom a Robo Krusty coming up the railing, coming up, not really understand what's going on. I don't know why he's taking the stairs. He's a little too slow. Maybe he's had maybe some, a few beverages, or to say the least. And he's sloppy, and he sees you guys going, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he goes to turn around, and he tumbles, and he falls, and he rolls, and he hits the door. He was just at the bottom of the stairwell coming up. And he hits the door. So now you guys are going to have to do a speed roll to jump over him, bust through the door, and get out. This is the last roll of the session right now. And this is, again, a speed roll. We're going to do the same thing where it's out of 5. There's going to be no re-rolls. I will drop it by 3 to do this. And yeah, this is if you, and at this point, you can hear the glare of the sirens, you hear screech of tires. It's probably the paddy wagon showing up. So that is that. Let's do this. Same thing with 20s are 2 and 1s are -1. Okay. Tell me, let's see, this is what I had 1, 2, 3. Okay, so tell me what you guys got.
Chester got a 16.
Okay.
I
Angel
got
got
a
a 16.
Another 16. You got a 1?
Yeah.
Got it.
13.
Okay.
I got a rock. No, I got a 10.
I think Rob got
Okay.
the rock.
Yeah.
So, busting through, you guys jump over. You bust through the door. The sunlight pours in, which is weird because, again, Manchester, it's not always sunny. It just happens to be sunny. And then you realize, no, that's not the sun. Those are the floodlights pointed right in my face. And the screeching tires have, you realize there's paddy wagons on both sides. And you hear the and then you just hear laughing over the loudspeaker, and it says, "Ready, aim, and wait, Chester," and then we'll cut it. All right, and that's the end of our session for now. You guys didn't make it out. You failed the roll, but that's a good complication. Okay, and we'll pick it up right from there next time, in the middle of the action. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yep, for sure. All right, and we'll catch you next time.
Stay healthy.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
See everybody in 2 weeks.
2 weeks it is. Nice.